If you stuff yourself fuller than you want to be right now, then you can have some junk food. Hey there, Coach Devin here. Lots of times I hear people say, I've worked out really hard today, I've worked out really hard this week, I've been good this week, I went to work every day this week, I deserve a reward. But do you really deserve a reward? We're gonna talk about that right now. Let's figure out whether or not you deserve rewards at all. Before we get going, hit that like and subscribe down below. Please share this with your friends. The reason I make these videos is I've been in health and fitness for a long time. I've been a trainer for 28 years. I've owned a gym for over 11 years now. So I've done this for a long time. This is my passion. I love it. But I've made every mistake known to man that you could make. That's me. I make mistakes. It is what it is. I want to be able to pass on information that I can help with for everybody else out there so you don't make the mistakes that I made. So please share this with your friends. Subscribe to this channel. Comment if you have things. And listen, comment. Do you reward yourself? Is that something you do quite often that you're like, I deserve a reward because I did X, Y, or Z? Do you do it? Write it up down below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. Now, like I said, lots of times I hear people say, I worked really hard this week. I was good on my diet this week. I went to work every day this week, whatever it happens to be, and I deserve a reward. I'm going to have McDonald's. I'm going to have some drinks tonight. I'm going to have hamburger. I'm going to have pizza. Whatever it happens to be, they're talking about getting a reward because they've done something good. Now, I'm a fan of cheat meals. I mean, I've said that many, many times. I believe in cheat meals. I think they're necessary because it creates a sustainable ability to diet, right? Everybody needs cheat meals. If I say to you today, you can't eat junk food again ever, you're going to say you're an idiot. That's the end of that, right? It's never going to go anywhere if you do that. It just won't work. But we can be smart about it and say, okay, we're going to have 2 cheat meals a week, and the cheat meals we're going to have are we're going to make sure we exercise a little more on those days, we eat a little less on those days. We can make cheat meals work. What I hate, and I'll be honest with you, I absolutely hate this, is justifying you getting to eat junk food as a reward or getting to have drinks as a reward because you've done a good job. Look, that is the worst plan because what happens is the bar is consistently lowered. Check this out. So this is how it works. The first time you're like, I exercised 4 times this week, I deserve pizza on the weekend. And then you go eat your face off with pizza. All right, well, you did work out 4 times that week, but the next week you're like, I was really busy this week and I worked out 3 times. But in those 3 times I worked really hard, so I deserve whatever. Drinks, McDonald's, whatever you're talking about, you deserve it now on that. That's not good either. And it gets worse and worse because the bar gets lower and lower. Every time you say to yourself, I deserve, guess what? Bad things are happening. And here's the reason for that. You actually don't deserve anything. You don't deserve a damn thing. You get whatever it is you've put in. Life is about that. If you put in this much work, you're probably going to get that much back out of it. Or maybe even less. You put in this much work and you're going to get that much back. Listen, these YouTube videos are a perfect example of that. I put in a fair amount of work on YouTube videos, make a lot of YouTube videos. I do them not because I'm going to make a bunch of money. I'm not, rich. I'm not Greg Doucette, not buying a Lamborghini. But you know what? I do these because I want to be able to add something useful out there. And there's a ton of people saying a ton of stupid stuff. I put in a lot of work and get very little out of it. Monetarily, I really get nothing. I mean, I make like $1 a day. It's nothing. So I do this because I know it's the right thing to do and I'm trying to help clients make good decisions. Look, you put in X amount of work, you have to do X amount of work a bunch of times to deserve a reward. I'm not a big fan of saying I deserve a reward because I personally don't think anybody deserves anything. Listen, you can plan cheat meals, you can plan having some drinks with your friends, you can plan a night out, a date night with your spouse, whatever you want to do, that's okay because you planned it. But don't make it a reward because of the hard work you've done. We're not kids. We don't need a carrot dangling in front of us to do things. I never, ever, ever say to my clients, hey, listen, if you work really hard today, you can go home and do X. I never say that. I say, if you work really hard today, then tomorrow we'll come back and we're going to work hard too. And the next day we're going to work hard. And in time, I will give you results because you put in the effort. But what you're doing by saying, I deserve a reward, and this is what I'm going to get now, is then you derail the hard work you've done. Planning cheat days is one thing. Planning it is part of your plan. It's part of a sustainable diet and exercise regime. That makes sense. It makes perfect sense, and I'm a huge fan of it. That's called sustainability. But giving yourself rewards on a regular basis because you worked hard, come on now. You're not a little kid. You don't need that. In fact, little kids don't even get that. I mean, it's like when some people, I didn't grow up this way, but we didn't really have dessert much, but some people will say, okay, if you eat all your food, you can have dessert. What's that teaching a child? Think about it for a second. What does that teach them? What is that teaching a child is if you stuff yourself at supper, you can have junk food afterwards. Is that something you really want to teach kids? Is that a wise plan? If you stuff yourself fuller than you want to be right now, then you can have some junk food. That doesn't make sense, and it's unwise, but you're giving a reward for something that they should just be doing. Exercise is its own reward because it's going to make you healthy. You're going to live longer. You're not going to die unable to walk around. You're not going to have a heart attack. There's a lot of good things that come with exercise. Same thing with having a good diet and eating healthy. If you eat healthy, you will feel better. That in and of itself is a reward. You don't need the rewards to keep yourself on track. And if you're getting into that mindset where you have to give yourself a reward to stay on track, you need to start working on changing that mindset because this is not a reward-based system. Nothing really is a reward-based system outside of, I don't know if you're a commission salesperson and nobody wants the ups and downs. It's not good. Commission salespeople have a tough job. It's not very easy. You don't want to create this thought process in your mind that you deserve something because you exercised. Exercise in and of itself and being healthier and eating better, that is the reward. That's the positive. And the cheat meals are built into the diet, and the drinks with your friends some nights, that's built into your diet so you have sustainability. They're two very, very different things, and you have to think of them that way, otherwise you'll get yourself in trouble. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, or do you reward yourself? Let me know about it, because maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't know. It's possible. I've been wrong lots of times. Right up down below, let me know if you have different thoughts. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Don't fight the awesome.